This week's skill of the week is improve the moment. It comes from the distress tolerance module in DBT, and the goal is to help you get through hard emotions. Notice I said through, so they're not going to make the hard emotions go away, but they're going to help you get to the other side of the emotion. Sometimes when we're feeling really sad or scared or angry or frustrated, our emotion causes us to act in a way that actually makes the situation worse. The hope with Improve the Moment is that you can use these skills to get you through to the other side. So like so many things and skills that we teach, Improve the Moment is an acronym. The I stands for imagery, using imagery to improve the moment. M stands for meaning. P stands for prayer. R stands for relaxation. O stands for doing one thing in the moment. V is for vacation. And E is for encouragement, self-encouragement. JD and Maris, I'm excited to talk with you today about different ways people can use Improve the Moment.
I find the I to be really helpful, imagery. So something that was really helpful for me in my experience was a lot of visualization. And one holiday themed one that comes to mind is the image of a snow globe. So one of my yoga teachers would say, when you feel all your emotions stirred up, imagine that you're a snow globe, but you can sit and watch it settle. And so that'd be something I could do with the breath, of just like trying to imagine my big challenging emotions slowly starting to come back down, because they always would.
Oh, I love that.
That's fantastic.
Be the snow globe.
Be the snow globe.
Okay, the M in Improve the Moment
Is meaning. So
Meaning,
finding
yes.
meaning. And I think that's really valuable when you're in a really hard time, a tough situation. Maybe you decided it was time to attend a party or a family gathering, and you're there and you're realizing maybe this wasn't the time. I think you can really like take a breath, step back and think, what are we still accomplishing? What's the meaning in this moment? And we push things a little further than we've pushed them before. And maybe the meaning of that moment was we found out we're not where we need to be.
Love that. Okay, P is for prayer.
Prayer is something that has always been, helpful for me in an interesting way, and that I don't feel particularly religious and my family isn't, but it was always helpful to actually lean on my grandmother's faith and religion. And so it was just always meaningful to hear how she would always be able to just kind of give up a challenging moment and trust that it would all go as it should.
We're on R now. R is for relaxation. I think when I think of relaxation, Maris, I think of you, our yogi. How do you use relaxation to get through a hard moment, to improve the moment?
I already talked about the breath, but I feel like it's just such a good one. So maybe something challenging was said, or maybe a meal was getting particularly hard, and it was nice to have that escape route if I knew I could step into the bathroom or step into a private room and just take a few calming breaths. And that always seemed to do the trick, at least a little bit.
Fantastic. I've always liked the O, doing one thing mindfully, fully participating in a task. So for instance, if you're doing the gingerbread house building and you're feeling really triggered and start thinking about, I wonder what I'm gonna have to eat for snack today, I wonder what I'm gonna have to eat for dinner. Instead, fully participate in the task and think about, how are you decorating the roof? What are you doing for the shingles on the gingerbread house? What are you gonna do for the grass around the gingerbread house? Okay, acronyms, IMPROV, vacation.
Yeah, and sometimes we can't just take a big vacation, but almost at any place, similar to what Maris said about finding some private space in the bathroom, we can take a vacation from that moment. And so I think it's really good to, as a parent, maybe scope out some things where that might work in a given situation when you show up. And a lot of times if you're at someone's house with a yard, it's really nice to go out, be in a quiet space, even if it's nice, it's night and it's cold, like bundle up and go out and just sort of like sit in a corner and decompress and, take your kid away and just have a vacation from the chaos for a moment. And that's really a life skill. I mean, Calgon, take me away, right?
Yes.
It's basically, you can do that in any situation. There's almost always some exit and some place to catch your breath.
Okay, we need to talk about the E, the last one, and I think it's kind of my favorite, the self-encouragement. So I've said to patients, and I've experienced this myself, and for parents, that if you are at a large family gathering and you are getting overwhelmed and exhausted, take a moment, go into the bathroom and look at yourself in the mirror and say, you got this. You can do this. You can do hard things. I like self-encouragement.